The community must see she if you want to be transformed. Um, Also, to continue the culture of theater, to support the culture of theater. You will not be disappointed. I'll just say that. And I'm not saying it because it's my play. It's because it's not left up to me. I wrote it. I don't know what's going to happen. The actors may forget all my lines. I don't know. But I know that right now, with everything, with the strikes, with all of these things, everything is changing. That theater, if you want to be entertained, if you want theater to remain constant and get better, um, it you must see this play because we need the support, but it's a give and take. You're getting something valuable that is tangible, that you can't, that's going to stay in your heart, that's going to stay in your soul. you know you're not going to forget the experiences that you have when you go see theater. And unfortunately, we live in a capitalistic country, so we have to monetize everything. um but it's your decision to decide what kind of value that you want in your life. And I think that the value, the theater experience to me is priceless. If it changes your life, which it can, if it impacts your life in the most positive way, um, what price do you put on that? And so, to see something live, to see actual human beings, and to know that actual human beings built that set and painted that set and had a concept for the costumes and the lighting and the sound and everything. Think of those things when you're buying those tickets, and think of what you get because of that, and what you're going to leave with, and what your children can leave with. Because this play, that's another thing that's special about She, which is why you should go see it, because it's for men, it's for women, it's for children of all ages, races, religions. It's about everyday life. It's not a political play. It's not a play about race and all the things that have divided us in this country. It's a play about dreams. It's a play about life and the magic of life and the journey of dreams. And that's the one thing that unites all of us, that connects all of us. So that is why I say She is a must see. My name is Marlow Wyatt, and I am the playwright of She. For more information about this play, listen to this interview. The idea for She, the play, came about where, first of all, She is not the play that I originally intended to write. Originally, She was supposed to be about a set of twins. One was a girl and one was a boy, and one about a girl who wanted the attention of her mother to the point where she wishes that she was a boy. That is not what She is about at all now. So, that's another thing about the process, because I had to make a decision of what was a story that I wanted to tell. And I have a program called the Girl Blue Project where I work with teen girls. And I ran it for 10 years. And I think society raises girls different than boys. And there's a lot of pain there. There's a lot of things that girls endure simply because they are born female. And it's still happening today. And so I just wanted to capture that energy of that from a young person's perspective. It's a coming of age play. And there's something that's so beautiful about people when we are 13, 14 years old and we're figuring out the world. There's this innocence there. And we have so much promise inside of us, because we haven't given up. The world hasn't tainted us yet, so to speak. And I don't want to say yet, but we're just still, that's, to me, that's just right where the age is, where you're like, I want something so bad, and you can only see it happening. You don't see the roadblocks like, well, how are you going to get the money? How are you going to get this? You don't see it with that young mind. And I think that's where She came out of. And so I decided to write a play about a female protagonist who happens to be Black, who is very much an American girl with all the things that come with that. And because I don't see a lot of plays that have a young teenage 13-year-old Black female protagonist. And so I wanted to tell that story. The main story arc of SHE is it's a coming of age play about a 13-year-old girl who living in a small town in the 1970s. She gets she's smart. She loves words. She dreams of being a poet like Maya Angelou or Langston Hughes. And she gets the opportunity to go to a prestigious boarding school, which is far away. And she really wants to go, but her circumstances prevent her seemingly from, otherwise being able to attend. So she comes against a lot of roadblocks. It's the summer. She's just gotten out of school, and she is placed in a situation where she understands the cost of a dream. And that one of the lines that really represents the play most is that dreams cost and you don't always pay with money. And we see her journey and the people in her life that she was so adamantly trying to escape. She realizes those people in that small town are the very people that give her the wings to, achieve her goals. Because I'm of the ilk that, I was taught that no man is your enemy, every man is your teacher. And so the people that teacher that you hated or you think hated you, she put something inside of you that would push you, or that person who was nagging, or the mother, and you don't realize that sometimes till you get out of the situation. And that's one of the themes in this play as well. I think there's things about there's a coming of age theme. There's themes about dreaming and faith, relationships, mother-daughter relationships, generational, I don't want to say curses, but generational curses, generational conflicts. There's religion in it. There's romance, heartbreak. I think the main thing is like the thing about this play is that all the things that make life are in this play. The heartbreak, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, the triumphs, the failures, and whether or not to get back up or not. So you watch each character, the primary, the protagonist, and the characters that support her grow in a way. And all of them do. I can say that they literally all do. And that's mainly because of the talent of the actors as well. What I want the audience to leave with is that I want them to be, first of all, entertained, because people come to the theater, as a release. People want to be entertained. I want them to be moved and positively impacted. I want them to see themselves, and I want them to be happy. I want them to connect and be excited about the world of theater. I find theater magical, and I am hoping that when they sit down for the 2 hours that they sit down, I want them to feel that way as well. I want them to be transformed and inspired. I want them to be empowered, that maybe whatever is inside of them that they haven't been nurturing, that they'll leave there and be inspired to say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go back to school. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, but I want all of those things. I really genuinely want them to leave inspired and empowered, and to see themselves and the beauty of themselves and the flaws, and be entertained at the same time in the comfort of the theater. and go tell people. There's something about when you go have an experience. I've had this happen. Like sometimes I'll go see something and I leave and I get in the car and it's just like, okay. But then there are those times where I leave and whoever I'm with, we can't stop talking about it while we're leaving the theater. And you talk about it in the car and then you get online and you go, oh my God, I just saw blah, blah, blah. You want to see it? That's what I want the audience to have, that experience. So they can't stop talking about SHE and tell somebody else, you got to go see SHE, because SHE is not, even though the protagonist is a female, this is a play for everybody. It's for males too. A lot of men have said that they see themselves in this play as well, which is very surprising to me. So it's not a woman's play. I mean, the protagonist is a female, but there's a wonderful, her best friend is a 14-year-old boy, Davy Mansell. That character is the most amazing character. It's one of my favorite characters in the play, actually. And I think he's such a perfect representation, a perfect role model for young boys to see, which you rarely see that as well, I think. So you got these two 14-year-old, a boy and a girl, and I think it helps adults see what it really is, or for us to remember what it was like being that age and how your body is changing and all the things that you're going through and all the things that you want within the barriers of age, because there's certain things you can't do. You can't go out and be like, I want to do this and I'm going to go off on my own. You're restricted by age. You're restricted by your parents sometimes, or, by the world that you live in. And maybe that will help parents to understand their teenagers a little bit more, or their teenagers to understand the parents more as well. And so there's a lot in this story, I believe. My name is Marlow Wyatt, and I'm a playwright, and I wrote SHE. You need to come see this American play, this coming of age play. It is magical. And if you are someone who has ever had a dream, this play is the journey of dreams. It's magical, it's American, it's poetic, it's impactful. You will be entertained, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It's worth the price of admission. But come see SHE. You won't regret it.